Love is Blind Ohio. The next episodes have been released, and I first want to say I was right. In my last week's episode, I talked about, first of all, Alex. I don't like him. I don't trust him, and that is yet confirmed again in the latest episodes. He is truly gaslighting. Like, that is the definition of gaslighting. Gaslighting Ashley. Ashley is, they're talking to this other girl, and the girl knew Alex from before. And she's like, hey, weren't you in Austin because you were visiting, or, were you living with that ex? Like, it was he was basically caught red-handed in his bullshit lies. And Ashley was like, hey, wait a second, you didn't tell me that you were living in Austin. And he's like, yes, I did. He's so full of shit, you guys. Do you see that? And this is so important for you guys to recognize it, because then when you encounter a guy that's full of shit lying, then you know, oh my gosh, I need to run the other way. And Ashley's intuition was saying, hey, something's not feeling right about this. And she didn't trust herself. And why? Why didn't she trust herself? It's because she even says, like, in her past, she was done wrong. They cheated on her. She felt like she wasn't good enough. She even said, oh my gosh, when she's with Alex in, like, by the little chimney, fireplace that he set up. And that was like a cute little vibe. And obviously, of course, he's going to do that because he's like, I just don't trust anything he says. Like, honestly, but either way, he does this special romantic date for her. It feels forced. Let's just talk about that. It feels forced. It doesn't feel like she's at ease. If it doesn't feel like, and this is so important for you to realize that the energy that goes back between you and someone you're dating should flow and be fun and be like, you could feel like yourself, authentic, fearless, having fun. It feels so stiff. When I see Ashley and Alex, it just feels stiff. And I'm not here for it. It's not, I never liked them two together. I think Ashley is so much better, like, out of his league. Alex doesn't deserve her. And then she said something that really was telling. She says, oh, when Alex, you chose me, then that's, I've always been second best. And so when you said, I'm here for you, like, you're it, she's like, that's it. And so that was supposed to sound like really nice and romantic. And I didn't like it at all. I was like, this is so sad. Basically, Ashley's choosing Alex because Alex chose her. And she's never been chosen. She's always been second best. And this is sadness. You guys, if you've ever felt like Ashley, and I have felt like Ashley in the past, you are going to settle for whatever comes your way, whoever pays attention to you, for whoever chooses you. And that's not where I want Ashley to be. And I don't want that for you. I want you to know your worth. I want you to know that you're more than enough, and you get to choose, this person's aligned to me or not. And no wonder she is sweeping all of her intuition, that those thoughts that she's having, like, hey, something about this isn't lining up. She's sweeping everything under the rug because she's scared that, oh my God, no one's ever going to choose her. So this is the best she's ever going to get. And that is not true. Like, I hope that she has people by her side letting her know. I hope that she watches all of this back and the episode and all the episodes, and she starts to see, wow, how can I have not realized how amazing I am? How can I have tolerated so much bullshit? And move forward with faith that, yes, there is amazing people out there for you that are not lying, that are not going to gaslight you, that are not full of shit, and they're going to choose you every freaking day. The question is not if he's going to, who's going to choose Ashley. She needs to know. Of course, she's going to get chosen. Of course. The question is not, does he like me? The question is, do I like him? Once she starts to really shift into that mindset, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for Ashley to step into that. I hope she does. And me as a love and dating coach, this is what I do. Like, truly, with my clients, they all come in here, with very similar limiting beliefs, self-esteem issues, things like that. And it is really shifting that identity and knowing your worth. Okay. And nothing, you're never going to attract or find that right partner until you truly step into that identity and know that worth no matter what. Right. Okay, we're gonna go on to the other couples. Like, get out of my face with Connor and Brie. I called it again. Like, first of all, Chris is there in the beginning of the episodes, and we can't stand Chris, obviously. I love what Connor said because Connor realizes, oh my God, Chris is out to get Brie, and he was hardcore, hitting on Brie, saying, "Oh, I would take you to the Four Seasons." He's so nauseating. He's so gross. I said in the last episode, I'm going to say it again. Bree stayed there too long talking to Chris and listening to Chris. You know, that is why I was like, clearly Bree is not 100% in. She has her own reservations and her own thoughts and fears about Connor. And we find out later in the episode why. Why? She says to Connor, "Oh my gosh, I would have met, I would never have given you a chance, basically based off of like the way you live in your home, the way you don't take care of yourself, your appearance, all of this. But look at how you've shown up for me and how much you love me. So I think, like, are you my person or are you a lesson for me?" And this is where I want to be crystal clear, okay? I don't think she's making a mistake saying bye bye to Connor. But I will say this, the way that it was all communicated, I feel like, and also her belief system, I don't believe that it's, oh, get the guy that takes care of his health and his appearance and his home, go for that guy that has money, like financial independence and abundance and has all this. And then, like, it's that guy or it's the guy that loves you and shows up for you. I believe that Brie needs to know that it is all possible for her. It's not a scarcity mindset, it's abundance. And hell yes, Brie, you deserve the guy that you are very proud of to call your husband or your fiance. And she's not proud of the way he lives his life and shows up. And there's nothing wrong with that. I do believe that, I have dated a lot of guys in the past before I met my husband that were losers or didn't really love themselves and were like showing up half-assed in everything. And yes, they may be nice in some things, but like the way they live their life, I was cringe. Like, it was gross to me. When I met my husband, Will, oh my God, it was so like, yes. Like, first of all, he went to MIT. He had a great job. He bought his apartment and it was super nice and he took care of it. It wasn't me being superficial. It wasn't like, oh, I want a guy with money. No, it was, I want a guy who loves himself. I want a guy who actually shows up for himself. Because if he can't even show up for himself, how am I supposed to count on that he's going to love me? Like, step one, love yourself. And I want to be proud to say that is my man. Like, hell yes. Hell yes. And he was like, Will was also a Boy Scout until he was 18. And he's always prepared. He's like, I've got you. He's always thinking ahead. Like, what can I do for you? And he's already knowing what I need, right? And so this guy can't, Connor, like, yes, he's nice, but like, oh my God, is he the one for Brie? No. But I want Brie to know that it is available to her to have everything she wants. And there's nothing wrong with her not being attracted to him fully and be like, oh my gosh, because his home was cringe and the way he was taking care of himself. Brie was not wrong. Brie was 100% right. And so, yeah, maybe there's a lesson to be learned for sure. Like, gratitude, 100%. Like, there's things that were good for her that she learned. But it's not like all we have to decide between is the Connors and the Chris's in this world. Like, that is not it, because that would be depressing and everyone should stay single. Like, if that was the case, I would be like, ladies, let's give up. And that's not the case. Like, I'm living proof that that's not the case. And that's what my clients are finding, is they're finding the whole package, everything, because you are the whole package. So why the hell would you not be able to find that, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm happy that Connor's bye-bye. I'm happy that Chris is gone from our lives too. He's so gross. He tried to talk to, by the way, Chris talking to Jess. I'm so proud of Jess, like, not needing his freaking validation. I'm like, I feel like Jess is a badass. Chris is disgusting. And And I just feel like, you guys, let's not think that all men are like Chris. Like, honestly, they're not. They are not. Like, honestly, I've met such amazing men in my life, and I want you to know that. So I hope that you guys don't watch this and be like, oh my God, all men. They're not. Like, Chris is really a gross person, a gross human. There's actually no hope for him. Like, actually, there is no hope. I'm like really going to say that. There's no hope for him. There's no way I would ever bet on like Chris changing, reflecting on this, and be like, oh my God, maybe I do have to. He's never going to change. Like, he is going to die like this, like that, like a douche. Okay, moving along. Devontae and Brittany, you guys. Okay. Brittany is so sweet, but remember, she was the one that bought the wedding dress before even going on the show. She was very like, I want to manifest my wedding. And because of that energy, I feel like she's not seeing clearly if this is the guy for her. Like, she's just like, so like, I want to get married, that I'm just like, Brittany, open your eyes. Like, why are we doing this? She said, oh, you're not the person that will gush over me. Ew, like, why are we gonna settle for a guy that doesn't gush over you? Like, that is not what I want for Brittany in her life. This is so sad. Like, the reason why Will and I are still like happily crazy in love 18 years later of being married is because we gush over each other. We were like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with you. There has to be a level of obsession. Like, honestly. And you're in the honeymoon phase. Kill me now, Brittany. Kill me now. Like, this is the saddest life if you're going to like deal with a guy that never tells you how freaking amazing you are, how gorgeous you are. Ew. No. Devontae needs to go bye-bye. And then, like, Devontae talks about the money situation, and she's like, oh, talking about how much she pays for mortgage, and then he talks about how much he makes. Obviously, he pays a lot more. He makes a lot more, clearly. And he's like, you can't go into my pot. And I'm like, ew. When he said that comment about you can't go into like my pot of money, right? And she's like, oh, like laughing, like, what about joint accounts? But like, they never actually had a very real conversation. They're like both laughing, like, this is fun. And I'm like, girl, wake up, like, have a serious conversation here. When I got married, and I'm such a like big believer of this, when you get married, if you ever get married, right, you have a partner, you're a team, you're doing life together. So right there was a little hint as to this guy, Devontae, not on that level. And then he brings up the prenup. I am for prenups. I don't think there's anything wrong with a prenup. I actually agree, like, oh my God, get a prenup, right, whatever. But I feel like there's so much more than just a freaking prenup. I think that at the end of the day, Devontae's not obsessed with Brittany. He's not like, I'm crazy about her. She also said when she saw him at the reveal, like, oh, he's fat. Like, we're all going to get fat eventually anyway. So I don't think they're both obsessed with one another. Like, they're both, feels like they're settling. And it just feels like the most boring, dull marriage of all time. And I would want you to see that and be like, do not sign me up for that. Like, universe, I don't want that. And so I hope that at the altar, first of all, I wish they didn't even get to the altar. But if they do, they say no. I think, actually, let me call it right now. I think that Brittany will say yes. Devontae's the one that's saying he doesn't know. He's going to say no. He's going to say no. That's what I feel. Okay, and let's keep going. Christine and Vic. Stop, you guys. Vic is amazing. Christine is so sweet. I love them both. And I love their faith. I love that they are aligned in their faith, their values. And I love what she says to him about, you just pour into other people and that lights you up. And she's just so proud of who he is, his soul, his heart, how he loves. And that is what you want to feel. Like, you want to be like, wow, that is my person. I get to live my life with you. And then you don't stop telling them. Like, every single day, like, oh my God, you're so freaking amazing. Like, I am so grateful for you. Do not tell me that, oh, the guy that I'm dating, like Devontae, oh, that's not his love language. Fuck off. Like, that needs to become your love language. If you've had failed relationships in the past, and you relate to Devontae, or you've been in a relationship with that kind of guy, like, this is where you can learn something. If you are like Devontae that does not express themselves, This is why you're never going to find a successful relationship. It is so important to communicate 100% vulnerably. Be like, have your heart on your sleeve, risk it all, like truly every day show that person how grateful you are. Maybe Devontae's not grateful for Brittany. Maybe he doesn't like her. Maybe he's not that crazy about her. And maybe he does express himself with someone else. I don't know. I honestly don't believe it though. Like his vibe feels like he's not capable of getting to that at all, like ever, like being able to express himself fully. And also, Brittany is such a light. Like she's so gorgeous, she's so amazing, she's so sweet, she's so fun. Like if he's not showing up for her, like give me a break. He's not gonna be showing up for anybody. So hopefully Devontae watches everything back and even listens to this freaking podcast episode and says, "Oh shit, I just got called out. Let me change myself and the way that I'm showing up so I can actually get better results when it comes to my love life." That is what I want you to know, is that you can realize your own shortcomings and your own, it's not, oh my God, poor you can't find love. There is a reason you're not finding love. And so you have to be willing to change. You don't have to change everything about you, but you have to level the fuck up. You have to shift. I had to shift myself from anxiously attached to someone who's really secure and empowered and knowing my worth. I had to shift to that to find Will, to attract him. And so all these lessons from Love is Blind, it's so good for you to hear it and to be open-minded as you're watching and be willing to say, "Oh shit, that's like me. Like I need to change I need to change." And that's why I'm not finding love. Okay? And the last person we're going to talk about is Jordan. Jordan, Jordan is sweet. I just think the guys are so awful in this season. Like the only guy I really love is Vic. Jordan, I honestly see him and I think of my ex-boyfriends. Like honestly, I'm like, oh God. They're not awful people, but like it's just giving loser. It's just giving like. I just am so about these women. These women are killing it. They're badasses. Amber's freaking a force. She's amazing. I love her. She doesn't tolerate bullshit, right? She's such a good communicator. She overhears Jordan complaining or saying, "I'm scared about meeting her daughter." And she's like, "Okay, you're scared. Why don't you tell me what you're telling everybody else but me?" Like, she's not going to tolerate bullshit. But like, I still don't understand why she's with him. Like I do think he's nice and that's it. Like he's nice, but like, I'm like, is that all we're like settling for? Like what? That's what I feel. I feel like everyone's settling on this season. Everyone's settling. And I don't want that. I don't want that for Amber. Amber's freaking badass. So my prediction for Amber, if Jordan meets Emma and he does well, okay, Amber's going to say yes. Jordan, of course, will say yes because he's not an idiot because Amber's completely out of his league. But what I truly hope happens, Amber says no to Jordan. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think Amber is completely a phenomenal, just an amazing person out of Jordan's league. I don't think Jordan can get to that level. Is Jordan, doing better than some of the other guys? Yes. But does that mean that Amber should marry him? No. Oh my gosh. And before we forgot, let's talk about Emma and her guy, Mike. I love that Emma says, "I could see a family with you," but I don't know why she hasn't spelled it out. Like, I feel like I think Mike was looking for her to say, "I'm all in. I want to have your kids. Like, let's do this." And she didn't. So she just says yes at the altar. And now we're waiting for Mike to say something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's Mike going to do? I just think that Mike is going to say yes because Mike is trusting that, Emma's going to go all in and have kids. And I think she said enough for it to feel that way, to assume. But you guys just know this for your own journey, okay? have those conversations and have it crystal clear before you marry somebody. And I'm saying, like, on the first date, I want you to talk about shit like this. Like, do you want to have kids? If she says no or he says no, you're like, bye. If you want kids, do not settle. Do not try to convince somebody. Oh, but can't you imagine? I just feel like Mike is trying to convince Emma, and I feel like they're not on the same page. And that it's not just some like little trivial thing. Like, we're talking about a huge decision. Huge. And I do believe, though, Mike has been super patient. He's been communicating really well. Like, I really like them both. I feel like Emma is getting there because Emma had really good reasons and fears, and I understand that. But now that she's found an amazing partner, she's like, wow, I could see that we can do life together and have kids. I just wish she would have spelled it out. I wish she would have like just taken the leap and said, I want to have your kids. Like, that's it, for sure. And she didn't. So we're going to have to see what happens. I'm so excited about the next episodes. Let me know how this lands for you. Do you agree with the things I've said? Do you not agree? If you're listening on YouTube, drop a comment there. Make sure to leave a review. That really does mean a lot. And if you haven't already, subscribe. This is what I'm about, being a light on your path to help you find crazy love. Because remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Till next time.